What's happening YouTube? My name is Alex and welcome to another TV box review. For today I have a cheap entry-level TV box called the X96. Inside this we have the Amlogic S905X, 1GB of RAM, 8GB of internal storage and running Android 6. So not the absolute best specs, but it is rather cheap. So let's check out and see what comes with it and then let's see how it performs. Let's begin. The X96 comes in this box right here on the front of the box, just the X96 Smart TV Box, and onto the back here some specifications about it. Inside we are gonna find an HDMI cable, the user manual that's in English and it has a whole bunch of pictures, the same remote control that we see for most of these TV boxes, and I do recommend using a wireless keyboard and mouse for a better experience. We also find the power adapter, and lastly an IR receiver and a mount. So this is something that we don't find in all the TV boxes. So basically this would plug in here and you can set the box behind the TV with this mount or something like that and have just the IR blaster pointing outside. So this is more for convenience than anything else. Now the X96 itself. So it is made out of plastic. On top here we see the X96. Here we have an LED that turns blue or red. Onto this side we have two USB ports and a slot for a TF card. And onto the back we have the port for the power adapter, the optical audio, HDMI, network adapter port, AV, and this is where that IR receiver goes. So that's about it for the back of the device. Onto the back we can see the model number, which is the X96. We have 4 rubberized legs and a couple of holes so the box doesn't overheat. As soon as we turn on the box we see the X96 and this is gonna be their boot up animation. So it takes about 25 seconds or so and the box starts up. The first thing I notice is the fact that we do not have a navigation bar and therefore no notification tab either. So I'm gonna start by checking out what apps come pre-installed. So we see Chrome right here, Kodi. This is Kodi 16.1. We get Netflix, the Play Store, and I already got an update for this particular TV box earlier today. Aside from that, I see YouTube here and Showbox. So the usual apps that we get onto these TV boxes. Next, let's open the settings app and see how the settings app looks. So here at the network, you can either connect to the Wi-Fi or through a cable. And since we are here, let's check out the speeds on Wi-Fi and through a wired connection. So through a wired connection, we get a download speed of about 88 and over Wi-Fi a download speed of about 20. So not the worst that we've seen. Moving back to the settings app, so a display here you can just select the screen resolution and this will be different depending on the TV that you have. Here you can position the screen. At sounds here you can select digital sound, so depending on your setup, and I did try Dolby Digital and DTS files. So if you're using the player that comes with the TV box, so this player right here, the movie player, you can play files with DTS and Dolby Digital with no problems whatsoever. However, if you do use Kodi for DTS files, the sound will cut in and out every few seconds. So keep that in mind. DTS and Dolby Digital will only work good if you use the movie player right here. And we are back to the settings app once again. I'm gonna open the languages here and I'll just scroll through them. Hopefully you see the one that you may be interested in. So a lot of languages like most of these TV boxes. So as you've seen, a lot of languages. I'm gonna go to more settings here, and here at more settings we can check the storage and USB. So we do have about 10 gigs left, even though this box is supposed to have 8 gigs. So we'll definitely have to check out the storage with that benchmark app, and let's get right onto that and then we'll see how much space we actually have available. So we have about 10 gigs free out of the internal storage. I did think that I was gonna get the 8 gig version, but I guess I got a 16 gig version. So the reading speed is about 55, the writing speed 21, and this is the speed for the RAM. But keep in mind that you can install an SD card onto this particular TV box because we have Android 6, and if you install an SD card, then you can format that SD card as internal storage. And back at the settings app for one last time, keep in mind that this TV box does not have Bluetooth. So at about media box here we can see the model number, which is the X96, the Android version, and the latest security patch is coming from June 2016. And for those of you that are wondering, let's check out and see if this TV box has root access. So it's gonna take a second or so. So we'll allow this. And yes, this device has root access from the factory. And since we are here, let's check out the digital rights management here. So this is the information that we get, and again, you're not gonna be able to watch Netflix in HD on this TV box. Starting with the AnTuTu benchmark score, here we get a score of about 33,000, and at info here we can see some more details about this TV box. So we do have 16 gigs of internal storage. Moving to the iStorm Extreme, here we get a score of about 4200, and down here we can see some more details about the score. And lastly, the CPU tab will just confirm everything that we know, so I'm gonna scroll through these. After we skip this ad, of course, we'll allow this here as well. And let's check out the temperature here. So at this particular time, after those benchmark tests, only about 55 degrees, so not hot at all. So we get Kodi 16.1 pre-installed. Let's check out system here and system info. So I'm gonna show you the system info from here, and I'm just gonna scroll through these just in case you're wondering. And it does come pre-installed with a whole bunch of add-ons. Now I'm not sure what this says, 1.7 gigs of RAM, because this particular box only has 1 gig, so a bit confusing there. But let's check out the add-ons that come pre-installed. So I'm gonna click on videos here, video add-ons, and we do get a whole bunch of add-ons pre-installed. So out of curiosity, let's open a random one. Let's open, which one? Let's open this one and see what we find here. And let's try this one. And let's try this one, for example. I'm just trying to find a random stream so we can see how well it goes, if it starts up fast or so. So it takes a bit, and yeah, I don't think that one it's actually working. Let's try this one. So on Kodi it's a bit difficult to actually find working streams. That's the downside to Kodi. You always have to look for new streams. So very slow, as you can probably tell, and I'm not even sure what's happening because I can't do anything anymore. It's working on something, so I'll give it a second or so. But now we can get this to work. It's basically frozen, so I can't really do anything. So I'm gonna have to exit Kodi, and let's try opening it one more time. And hopefully it starts from the beginning. Oh no, it's still here. Alright, so at this time Kodi it's slow. Eventually it will work, but it is rather slow. Okay, so I have my USB stick plugged in the TV box. We'll open a couple of files, see which ones work, which ones don't. So the first one is gonna be this one. I'm pretty sure this one is gonna go fine. So let's resume. I did try this before. So as I was expecting, it does absolutely fine with no issues. Let me just skip forward a bit. So as I said, it will do absolutely fine. The next file that I'm gonna try, it's this one here, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work. And as I was expecting, we get the same black screen, and then I have to exit Kodi. And the next one, it's this one. So this is at 50 frames per second. This one does much better. So I'm very happy to see that this one works. The next file, it's this one. It's a 720p file. This one will also work really good. Just gonna skip forward, and as I was expecting, this one does good as well. The following one, it's this one here, and this one again will do fine. I'll skip to the end here quickly. And as I said before, this one will do just fine. So we'll stop this one as well. The following one is this one, and I'm pretty sure this one will do okay. So we'll stop this one as well. Next, it's this one. This is a 4K file filmed with the phone, and this one does fairly good. So I'm very happy to see that one. And this one here, there is no point in trying it because it's not even gonna start up. And the last one is this 1080p file that I'm gonna try out. So let's see it. And of course, this one does fine with no issues. So most of the files will work fine onto this little cheap TV box. I have Miracast opened onto the device. I'm connected to the phone to the same Wi-Fi network. However, it's not doing good at all. So I'm switching between pictures, but it's kind of stuck. It takes a long time to actually switch in between pictures or anything like that. So Miracast is not gonna work that well onto this particular device. I have the YouTube app opened. The maximum resolution that we can select for YouTube, it's 1080p. So I'm just gonna select 1080p and we'll give this a second or so to load. And then let's watch a bit so we can see how well it does. So it's maximized. And as you can probably tell, it is rather smooth. So for YouTube 1080p, and it does go really well. Alright, so it's time to conclude this video. So overall, for the price, I think it does work fairly good. The Wi-Fi is not the best. We only get one band for Wi-Fi. But for the price, because it's a very cheap TV box, I think it does really good. As you've seen, most of the video formats work really well. Gaming works really well. Kodi comes with a whole bunch of add-ons, and even though I wasn't able to find the working add-on, there are a lot of add-ons that actually work. Yeah, I think this box offers a lot of value considering its low price. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you did like the video, press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.